Holla. Welcome to the Auraverse. It's your boy I Am Aura. This is the only place where you can find premium auraitainment. So you might as well like, comment, subscribe, and what else? Hit the bell notification because you know YouTube's not gonna let you know because I'm a small YouTube. Nah, I'm messing up. But hit the bell notification. You know we growing. We're big for a little channel. You dig what I'm saying? Just like some of the shorties out there, you tall for a short woman. I see you, mama. So I just want to say I hope everybody's day is going very well. It's all in peace, because you know that's what the Auraverse is about, is the balance, right? We do it for the balance. Shout out to Yahshua, because that's also who we do it for, the Prince of Peace. And peace is a state of being, not an emotion. So it's a continual thing, even when you feel this sadness in the middle of the night. But I do want to introduce something new. So thinking I want to call it like the 5 P's, but then again, everybody has like the 5 P's, the 2 L's, the W's and stuff like that. Should I do something like that? I was kind of thinking about how my day goes, and it's like, okay, get up, pray, then plan, then after that, practice, then produce. I don't know what the last one's gonna be, so we're gonna do the 4 P's. Okay, that's what we're gonna do. That's straight. We're gonna keep it like that. So in the Auraverse, when we wake up in the morning and stuff like that, we gotta pray. We gotta keep that communication with the source, because guess what? You're not your own source, and you're not someone else's source. So the thing is, you gotta reach into the well for your water. You gotta reach into your garden for your food, your intake. You know what I'm saying? The fruits of the spirit, the river of living water. That's what you gotta go to fill yourself up. Sorry guys, today like my throat is dry and scratchy. I don't know what happened. I tried to get some almond milk, but it ain't happening. But what I wanted to speak on today was commitment, and pretty much like the sense of commitment, what that really means, because I feel like it's not necessarily like a lost art. Like it's not like the crouching tiger, hidden dragon has gone. You know what I'm saying? It's not like that. It's like, I just feel like it's something that not many people really like go over or think to really cultivate, or a skill that people really get into. But I think it's something that everybody needs to know about and needs to be able to embody at a certain point in life. Because if not committed to someone else, you have to be committed to yourself and you growing. And that can stumble a lot of people. A lot of people are not even committed to themselves and the things they want to do. So with that being said, that can really harm your progression. People want to manifest things. They want that microwavable. Give me that hot pocket plot, my dog, so I can get my pockets hot and drop it. I was thinking I was in the booth for a second. Let me chill out. But pretty much I want to go over commitment. Now, the textbook definition of commitment, the second one is an engagement or obligation that restricts freedom of action. Like a business commitment, right? And the thing is, I've been seeing a lot of videos and stuff where they have those like horror stories, or not even necessarily horror stories, but I guess I would consider them that, because the expectation leading into those situations is completely opposite of the result. So I guess that's why I would consider a horror story. Now the thing is, you see people talk about like marriage and like divorces and stuff like that, and like I think to myself like, dang, like you told that person I'm here till we die, and it's like 5 years later you're like, hey look, hey player, like I ain't dead yet. You know what I'm saying? I'm almost halfway there. Actually, we don't know when we'll die and stuff. This is a preemptive death movement. You know, tomorrow's not promised, so I'm leaving today, and if I don't die tomorrow, dang it, my prediction was wrong. Now of course people don't go out like that. Like that's not the reason, but sometimes I think to myself like, but why? Like, you know what I'm saying? And the thing is, there's plenty of reasons. Look, I don't know. I've never been married. I've been in relationships and in situations where I was committed to the cause to the end. That's just how I had to be, because you don't break the creed. You know what I'm saying? Let your yeses be yes and your no's be no's. You know what I'm saying? Now, have I quit and have I given up sometimes? Yes, I have given up on certain things, and sometimes have left certain situations. I mean, I've never broken up with anybody, but you know, let's not get all caught up in the technicalities and the degrees of this, but what it means to be committed at the end of the day. When you say you are committed to something, what does that mean? Because a lot of people, they'll say they're taking on a commitment, but yet I don't feel like is the thing that shifts you from it. And like we read earlier, commitment is an engagement or an obligation that restricts freedom of actions. So the thing is, whatever you feel, commitment don't care about that. I'm sorry. If it was just feelings, then that's impulse. And impulse is a completely different side of the spectrum than commitment would be on. Now, the thing is, I don't want to talk about commitment as far as relationships, though it's an example that we can get into. But really just getting into the basic nature. I'm talking about picking up a book and getting into it. I know a lot of people, they ask like my story about how I got into rap, right? So one day, I was watching 106 on Park and stuff like that. 106 on Park, and Park. And I was listening to Lil Twist, New Money and stuff like that. I was like, oh snap, I ain't got no passion, I ain't got no dream, He got the bands, he got the women that will dance for the bands, you know what I'm saying? He has the whole equation of success in his hands. And the green X in hand. I don't know, I don't know why I'm rapping like this right now. I don't know why. Maybe I'm just in my flow state. I'm in my ultra instinct right now. But I saw it all and I was just like, dang, I could do this. And I was like 11 at the time. And right when I had that thought, my homie Brandon Torres called me up. Hey, bro, you ever thought about rapping? Now, he didn't sound like Tyler the Creator back in the day, but he was like, yo, you ever thought about that? And I was like, yeah, I just thought about it right now. That's crazy. We in the Matrix right now. You're like Morpheus. And I just was like, why is there a woman in a red dress? And you're just like, hey, you want this Percocet? And I'm like, whoa, which pill did I take? You know what I'm saying? So I took the rap pill, okay? I took the rap pill, okay? So we continued on in that, right? So I'm 11. We freestyle on the phone. I freestyle for like 15 minutes straight. Then he freestyled for a little bit. Got off the phone, took an hour to write something. Boom, boom, boom. We do all that, right? I really just did the boom, boom, boom. This is what made me say boom, boom, boom. You see that right there? Yeah. So after that happened, I've been rapping since I was 11. So I'm 23 now. So that's been 12 years, right? So the thing is, not every year and not every month and every week it's all fire. It's all we going in, you know what I'm saying? And when you drop music consistently or you drop stuff or they see you freestyle or they see that photo or that video up there, they think, wow, like this dude's been blazing hot his whole life, like he's been on it. And the truth is, no, I haven't. There's been times that I contemplated leaving music multiple times, many times, time and time again. I thought I wasn't good enough at it. I thought people were so far up, how am I gonna reach that? I'm nowhere near close to that. I'm not getting the numbers, I'm not getting the streams. When I was younger, I can't write that good. I don't even have words like that. I can't rhyme like that. And after a while, I kept on telling myself one thing. And sometimes it takes that one thing. And it's like, this is what built me thus far. This is what grew me. This is what changed me. I have to understand what this thing that I put time and effort into means to me beyond my feelings. Because right now I feel like I can't do this like that. I feel like I can't grow to be the best that I can be. You know what I'm saying? But what this thing, rap, this music, what this showed me was it could change me. So it's not about just myself. It's not about I'm not that good. Because if it was all about I'm not that good, it would have never had an impact on me. Because if it was all up to just me, then I wouldn't have gone anywhere with it. I probably wouldn't be doing it today. No, I most definitely wouldn't be doing it today. And that's how it is sometimes, you know what I mean? You have to sit back at times, and the times where I was like, I can't write like that. I started telling myself, you're never gonna let another dream of yours die off, because I let one before do that. But I told myself, nah, not again. Not even myself can kill my own dreams right now. And the guidance that God gave me also to show, and I develop an identity, a closer relationship with God through it too. So sometimes it's not about how it made me feel, but it's how it built me. You know what I'm saying? Does it make me feel amazing all the time? No. Does it give me the boost that I need when I feel sad every day? No. But the thing is, I don't go for certain things. You have to know the purpose of the thing that you're committed to, or you're going to end up devaluing it because of something that's not even supposed to operate in. So, like they say, you can never grade a fish on how he climbs a tree and then calculate that as that means the fish isn't valuable. Like, it's in a whole different environment. And that's common sense to us when we look at that example, but when we look at certain people, you know, be my peace and everything like that. No one can be your altogether peace themselves. They can add to it. They can definitely add and enhance. They can be an asset. But the peace that's found in God, you know what I mean, your relationship and communication with God and your obedience in that word and in the spirit, really abiding by the constructs of this whole universe. And I don't mean the universe as in like, excuse me, is this the manifesting hotline? Yeah, okay, I got a crystal grid and I need some help with my bandwidth in the spiritual realm. Like, no, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about everything around you. The spirits in the heavens and in the heaven where God dwells, and all the dark principalities and all these different forces all around you. Like, it's just way too many forces, way too many ideas, way too many symbols, voices coming at you at one time for you to put a lot of responsibility of your peace on to someone else, because you're supposed to guard your eye gates, your ear gates, and your mouth gates to make sure that you're doing what you have to do. Make sure that you have to do what you have to do. And the thing is, like, when you start putting those kind of responsibilities in places where it's not supposed to be and not purpose, then you start having a different thought process and understanding of what it is. And then that begins to sway you off. And that is also in connection with commitment in itself. In order to first commit to something, you know what I mean, especially when you're like writing papers or something like that, or signing up, they always break you down the conditions, what it's about, the services, and what you're agreeing to, what you're saying you're going to be liable for, responsible for, etc., right? Sometimes when it comes to things that aren't really written out, we kind of just pass over it. You know what I mean? We don't really like sit down and think to yourself, when I speak to this person, whether it be a friend, a woman that I'm interested in, or a guy I'm interested in, etc., or something like that, or a business partner or artist, you don't really go over all the conditions of it and analyze yourself and knowing yourself and get into that situation and knowing the environment you're putting yourself into. That will inhibit you from even being able to move in a committed space, because you don't even know. You're not that aware. When you base it on vibes, you cannot say it's all about the energy and how I feel it out if you don't even know what you're obligated to, because if you're only obligated to your feelings come and go, so you always move like what is directing you. With that being said, you know, definitely know oneself, know yourself, know what you're encountering. Know the purpose it plays in your life. Know what you're willing to accept and be committed to. You ain't got to be committed to things. You can agree or disagree. You can opt out. Know you have options. But know when you opt into something, there's restrictions, there's conditions. Are you ready for that? If not, you may not be ready for commitment. That could be in many stages. But if you do know, it's time for you to pray, plan, practice, produce. Keep repeating. Always make sure, keep your mind straight. Understand everything that you got to understand and able to prosper at the end of all of it, right? So with that being said, thank y'all for tuning into the Auraverse. It's your boy, I am Aura, and as usually, we gonna do this for the balance. And as always, stay in peace, because Yahshua's coming back. So you got to get ready. All right? Pieces.